الريكورد. ها؟ Hello everybody, my name is Afsana Cooper. I am the director of Evenfly. We train engineers for going to work and being competent in CAD. The software that we are training today we have trained today was TurboCAD Deluxe 2016, and for this TurboCAD, Reza and two other learners, Elton and Rosemary, were trained in session 3. We also had 2 other sessions, session 1 and 2. Right now in this session, I am training Reza Qasemi, who is a mechanical engineer in TurboCAD Deluxe 2016. The qualification that is for Reza to that he can go and enroll in college to get a full qualification is MEM 30505, Certificate 3 in Engineering Technical. And the unit of competency is MEM 300338, use computer-aided design CAD to create and display 3D models. This qualification and this unit is taught in South Metropolitan TAFE. I'm not sure about North Metropolitan TAFE, but in South Metropolitan TAFE it is taught. I'm not teaching in South Metropolitan TAFE, I'm teaching in Evenfly. And in our company, I train engineers who are living here or with us or from outside, train them in CAD and send them to work. The purpose of this assessment is to confirm that an individual, that is him, can perform to the standards expected in the workplace. Because he has been working as an engineer. How many years you have worked as an engineer?
10 years.
10 years he has worked as a mechanical engineer in Iran, and he has been unemployed 4 years, but in the last 4 years he has worked, studied 2 years as a oil and gas, which is not relevant to design. Now, I have suggested Reza that if he studies design, he can go to another field of his major, engineering, and will be able to extend his skills. So this is why he has been training here for a few months, and he has also done a lot of work, has watched a lot of webinars, and that I designed it for him and put it online on Evenfly website. So he is now ready to be assessed. So the purpose of this assessment is to confirm that Reza can perform to the standards expected in the workplace after employment.
Yes.
Also to check progress of the learner undergoing training. Also, assessor be satisfied, I am the assessor, be satisfied that the candidate can competently and consistently perform some elements of the unit as specified by the criteria, including some required knowledge, and be capable of applying the competency in new and different situations and contexts. A unit of competency is a few pages and has got some criteria, some required knowledge, required skills, but we only taught part of those criteria, and we have already written those outcomes that we have taught him. I have taught him in the other documents. So therefore, we are only assessing him for some items that I have listed it here, and these are A brief description of tasks required during the gathering or evidence or during assessment. The task that I am giving it to you has got 34 steps.
Right.
And we don't want to go to the details of those steps because you will be reading it yourself.
Yes.
So I'm only giving you eight of those ones that are the most important things that you will be doing in this assessment. Is that here let me bring in the camera that they know what is it involved. There is these projects, that is project 1A. Before we have done project 1 in session 1 and 2. That is this one. So you brought this project home and worked on it, and satisfactorily you were happy that you can do similar projects. Now this is this one. This does not have this cut, does not have 2 holes. It only has got hole and in the middle, not on the side. Mm-hmm. And the dimensions is all changed.
Yes.
And also the dimensions are not inches, they are millimeters.
Okay.
So therefore there is a lot of adjustment and modification for this previous work that you did, but it is similar.
All right.
So this will allow you to prove that repeatedly you can do the similar projects. You can do repeat it and do it.
Right.
This means you are competent.
Right.
Okay. So brief description of tasks required during the gathering or evidence or during assessment. Insert the viewport into paper space.
Yes.
That I have taught about this to you in the first session.
Right.
Create the top view of the model in paper space, and that was also taught to you in session 1
Yes.
and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Choose a scale 1 to 2 for the viewport,
Yes.
scaling your view to half and half of the size, and this was also taught to you in session 2.
Right.
Dimensions, scale and print the 2D object and print out.
Right.
So when you are looking at any object, so like this box, this is a box.
Yes.
You are looking, this is similar to a box, but
Right.
has a hole on it.
Yeah.
So if you are looking to at this object from the top, what do you see? You see a square, rectangle.
Rectangle. Yeah.
So this is called top view.
Yes.
So in this assignment, you are required to draw the top view of that object that is similar to a box with a hole on top.
Yes.
So it says, and you have to dimension it.
Okay.
So what you draw is a 2D object, and you dimension it.
Okay.
Extrude the 2D object to create a 3D model.
Yeah.
So extrude means you expand it
Yes.
from 2D to 3D.
Yeah.
And you have to show me just on the screen that you have done that. And because we have done this assignment, this assessment twice, this is the second time, it is not required to show me the drawing on your laptop because we have already recorded it on session.
Okay.
Save your drawing as PDF on USB. That is a USB.
Yeah.
This is a USB, I give it to you. So you have to save it,
Yes.
save your drawing. And how? Save your drawing as PDF on USB and name it to your full name. So your full name is, what's your full name?
It's Mohammed Reza.
Mohammed Reza Qasim.
Yes.
No. Okay. So but you call yourself here Reza.
Yes.
Because it's simple. You just write Reza Qasemi.
Yes.
And then you have to write a name for this view.
Yeah.
So you say top view dash project 1A dash, just write Reza.
Okay.
You don't need to write 7, it will become too long.
Okay.
So save your drawing as PDF on USB and name it to your full name.
Yes.
Because I have other
Students,
trainees, you know.
Okay.
I have other trainees and learners, so I get confused.
Okay.
So save your drawing as DWG.
Yeah.
You know that PDF is for portable document format.
Yeah.
So therefore PDF you do not need a word processor. Word processor.
Yes.
But for DWG you need AutoCAD to open it.
Yeah.
So you have to have many people like AutoCAD,
Yeah.
especially the building industry.
Mm-hmm.
And especially students who work on just 2D.
Yeah, all right.
AutoCAD is very popular.
Okay.
So therefore, you have to be able to save your file on 2D, to DWG. That is the format of AutoCAD.
Yeah, you talk
so
about
this way is brilliant software.
Yeah.
TurboCAD Deluxe 2016 is brilliant because you can save your document. You can do the work on $100 software, but you own it forever. You don't have to pay $10,000.
Yes.
And you can save it on PDF. You don't need to open that with a Word. If you don't have an MS Word, what do? You can open it whenever the internet is open.
Yes.
And also, if you are employed as an employee in a drafting company or anywhere, they are usually using AutoCAD because they do not have time to think about what's the best software to buy.
Yeah.
So they say, we don't bother about this thing, we just pay for AutoCAD. And you have to be able to use it.
Yes.
So you just save your file on DWG format, and then when you go to that company, you just push it into their computer.
Yes.
And open your drawing there and do the work. So it is very flexible.
Okay.
Print your drawing as landscape and give to your assessor for the evidence.
Yeah.
So when you are saving, it has to give you two options. One is what is the other? Portrait, and the other one is the landscape.
Yes.
Landscape means this way.
Yes.
And portrait is this. So in drawing, you usually have three views. Top view.
Oh, yeah, yes, yes.
We have a top view here. We have a left view here. We have a left view, top view, and
top view,
front view.
Front,
no,
yes.
Here is a front view.
Yeah.
Here is a top
view,
view, and here is a left view.
Yes.
So therefore, you need to have it in landscape because the front view and the left view has to be next to each other. It doesn't fit in the portrait.
Right.
Right. So therefore, I think that you have understood, and then print your drawing as landscape and give to your assessor. I am your assessor for the evidence. So I can show it to the lecturers in college, so for evidence. And then don't remind me to record this one on this red page.
Yes.
And then I have to read this one also for you. This was the unit name, unit purpose. We finished it. We told you what you are going to do. First of all, I ask you about an appeal. Appeal, if I give you the, let me see, I have to work there. Appeal here. Yes. You will finish your assignment now.
Mm-hmm.
After your assignment is finished, I will give you the mark. If you are not happy, you can go and appeal.
Yes.
So I'll read the appeal procedure for you. My supervisor is Ms. Yun Lan in TAFE, and then I have to report it to her.
Yes.
Because I'm working for them as well. So therefore they are checking my work. So assessment, complaint, appeal procedure. Right? So if you are not happy with the result of today, that we recorded here, you have the right to appeal. So I will read you the assessment, complaint and appeal procedure.
Mm-hmm.
Candidates have the right to challenge the assessment decision made by the assessor. Assessor is me.
Yeah.
The following steps are to be followed if a candidate wishes to exercise this right.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm? Mm-hmm. So there is 5 steps.
Yeah.
The first step is that the candidate should first discuss his opinions with the assessor.
Yes.
So when you have to come and discuss it.
Yeah, okay.
Not now because you just want to finish, but you have 1 week to
Yeah.
come back to me.
Okay.
The candidate should first discuss his or her opinion with the assessor. If still not satisfied with the decision, the candidate may appeal to his supervisor.
Okay.
Okay. The supervisor is in the college.
All right.
So you have to go to Miss Yoon Lam
Okay.
for appeal.
Yes.
And then she will guide you to another person.
Okay.
Then he must notify the assessor, means me, of the intention to appeal. So within 1 week you come back to me after you finish and say that you wish to appeal.
Yes.
Maybe you change your mind.
Yeah.
The supervisor is Miss Yoon Lan. I will tell you Miss Yoon Lan, and the supervisor will notify the coordinator.
Okay.
That is Margaret.
All right.
Margaret is the coordinator.
Yes.
That an appeal has been lodged. So
Okay.
Yoon will tell Margaret that the appeal has been lodged.
Yeah.
The supervisor is Yoon, will collect information from the candidate and assessor and give the decision. So
Okay.
I will give my information, what I think about your performance. Why did I fail? There is no fail. It's either satisfactory or competent,
Yeah.
or either you are not competent.
Yes.
Okay. So you also have the right to come back to me and say you want to do resubmitting.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you will resubmit your assignment. This you say you want to do it again,
Okay.
and then you have the right to resubmit. And if that was not satisfactory, after 1 week you have the time to come back to me and do resubmit.
Yeah.
And if you are not happy with the resubmit, you go for appeal. So
Okay.
you have a chance to, once a record of the appeal and any subsequent actions and finding will be made.
Awesome.
So the record will be done with Margaret.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
you very much.
Thank
And
you.
now the appeal process is finished. And now we go to your questions. Any questions?
Can I take a look at the 34 steps?
The 34 steps.
Yes.
That is the 34 steps.
And,
That I explained it to you,
Yes.
the abbreviation of all these 34 steps.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Can you please just read it a few minutes, and you will ask your questions
okay.
about everything. I am waiting that you read.
And I got a question. I got a couple of
you.
questions. Is that possible that I get more time?
Yes.
10 minutes
What
more
has
just to-
happened that if you go through this system, let me read it for you. There is a reasonable adjustment. The reasonable adjustment, I read it, that is your right for if you have if for the disability, for any language problem, LLM, and any health problem or anything.
So
I will read it for you.
okay, go ahead.
Do you want me to read it for
Yes,
you, or you
please.
want to read it yourself?
No, go ahead.
Reasonable adjustments. Reasonable adjustments, as it applies to participation in learning and assessment activities, may include customizing resources or activities within a training package or accredited course. So in this way, our training package is metals and engineering.
Yeah.
And the accredited course is the qualification called Certificate 3 in engineering-technical.
Okay.
So therefore, it says customizing resources or activities within a training package or accredited course, modifying a presentation medium.
Thanks.
For example, if you can't read the screen, a screen helps you, modifying it, providing additional support, providing assistive or adaptive technologies, making additional information accessible both before enrollment and during the course, and the following tables, and monitoring these adjustments to ensure that the students' needs continue to be met. The following tables have been prepared by South Metropolitan TAFE through the learning management system Moodle, which also applied to even fly reasonable adjustment for these assessment activities. Since the candidate, I have written here about you, that since you have got LLM overall level in reading is 3.
Yeah, that's why I asked for more.
What is your question about the LLM?
I want to have more time to go through the whole thing.
10 more minutes?
Yeah,
so I have set up this one 1 hour and 30 minutes, but because we adjusted your LLM is 3, not 4,
yes.
I've written that because since the candidate LLM overall level is reading is 3, okay, then there is the quizzes. So in this quiz you did it in the last session of assessment. You said it was online, the quiz 1. You did it. This is quiz 2.
Okay.
But it is a set of 15 multiple choice questions, and each question has got 4 options. So you go through them and read the question and answer them.
Okay.
You do not have the right to ask me how do you answer. You have to do it by yourself. Right. You have already done the quiz 1 for formative assessment. Formative assessment is for your learning to make sure you in session 1, session 2 you learned it. Now here this one you just tick it. This is all included, and for that one, because it is 15 questions, you will have about half an hour to answer this. So the whole this procedure will be 1.5 hours for the 1.5 hours for the drawing of that box, and 10 minutes for the LLM to be able to read, 1 hour and 40 minutes, and half an hour for that one, about 2 hours and 10 minutes. And then
is it possible that I can walk, because I cannot see all,
I have written here. I have written here also
I got a sore back and I
sore back. You mentioned that you have got an injury in your back.
Yes.
It's all confidential. Be careful that make sure we are not be happy that, and you have to make sure that I'm not going to disclose it to anyone. It's all only I know about this thing, and there's no one here. So, and then it says that since the candidate LLM overall level is reading is 3, the quizzes assessment for assessing his knowledge has been chosen. So the quizzes are easier than long answer questions, because the long answer questions you have to write too much. And if your language is to the level of LLM 3, writing is too hard. It's too hard for it takes too long, and we want to just quickly finish this knowledge assessment. So therefore I chose it for the lack of time, and also because your LLM is 3, that you do it by multiple choice. And then these are multiple choice questions. Candidate has indicated that he has a back injury. Therefore the candidate can walk if he wants during the assessment to release a muscle pain from long time sitting. Additional 10 minutes time would be given to candidate if he could not finish the assessment task within 1.5 hours.
Awesome.
So you do it in 1.5 hour drawing. If you couldn't finish, I'll give you 10 more minutes. This is because English is his second language, and the quiz. So you basically have 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Then let me see if there is anything else we are missing. Then do you have any other questions? Then the other thing is that you make sure that everything is confidential. Even these papers that we have prepared for your Appendix 313 assessment plan will be saved in a passport, with passport in a folder in my computer,
Yes.
and there is a password. No one can have an access to it. So therefore,
Done. Can I start
it says that, let me see if everything is on. Confidentiality. Okay, now I think that we have covered everything, but can you read it, and do you have any questions about these things?
No, I should
About the
go
three
no, that's all.
assessment tools and
I have to go through the steps and see what's going on.
So now I have to go and get my stopwatch, and we start with the stopwatch.
Yes.
Is your USB computer? Can you
Yes.
please turn on your computer, please?
It's on.
Turn on your computer. Set up your computer for the TurboCAD Deluxe 2016.
Okay.
Read the assignment step by step.
Yes.
If you have again more questions, ask me. And you have. I will bring the stopwatch and start. While you are doing this, I will bring the stopwatch. I have to leave Reza for 2 hours and 10 minutes from now. So I have a stopwatch here in my neck. So I will set it up to 00 and show it to him. And this is 00.
Yes.
We started,
Awesome.
right?
Yes.
And then you will do the work. So I turn off the video now and pause. So when you finished, I will come and talk again. Thank you very much for participation.
Thanks a lot.